Breast Cancer Awareness Month is normally observed in October each year. Last Friday, the New Amsterdam Rotaract Club launched its activities for the month. Jalissa Hines reports.
Last Friday, October 1st, the Rotaract Club of New Amsterdam hosted a program to launch its Breast Cancer Awareness Month activities at the Churchview International Hotel Conference Room. Guest speaker at the program, medical practitioner Dr. Ganesh Shivkumar, in his informative address, delivered the steps women and men can take to detect breast cancer.
Ultrasound. Now, ultrasound is done, and when you're doing ultrasound for a breast, you ask for the both breasts, right and left, with the armpit. So you don't leave any space, send them for a scan first. Okay, now you see the lump, again go back to do the lymph node scan. No, you do it one time so it eases the problem. Now, once you get an ultrasound, if not, you do a mammogram. We in Guyana have the whole kind of 2D mammogram. You go in, they put your breast through two things which compress the breast. X-rays are passed from top to bottom, side to side. So you have just a 2D imaging. And these are fenestrated trays. By chance you see a lump, they know on the mammogram they see a lump. They can even pass a needle. They can numb the area, pass a needle, take out a biopsy. Now there are 3D mammograms. We don't have it here. So there's a better understanding, right? Or you could go next to an MRI. Good? Now the MRI speak of finer, more finer lesions, but CT scan is good enough.
Dr. Ganesh went on to note,
early we are talking of awareness, self-diagnosis, self-examination, early imaging, early biopsy, histopathology, right? And late diagnosis when we get these kind of cases. These category of patients go into a management called palliative management. People are there to support you. Children will come to talk to you and play with you. It changes your mood, your mindset. Now there are people who can give you care. But if you are alone, this is what happened in Europe. When people had cancer, they were just left behind. They had leprosy, they were just left behind. And this organization, hospice, you always Google it and see. I think Guyana needs a hospice.
He then revealed how men can be diagnosed with breast cancer.
It's called gynecomastia. Breast in men can happen during the puberty age, right? Some people can get it later, right? Or when they have liver diseases, they could get it, right? Because the female hormone is more dominant. And the breastplate, which is always there, developed. It's called gynecomastia. And most of the gynecomastia goes in for cancer. So if anybody, a male guy who has a small breast tissue, go and get it removed before it gets cancerous, because the rate of cancer in male breast is very, very high.
Additionally, Dr. Ganesh explained what cancer treatment does to the body.
Now, a lot of people in Guyana are not aware of oncology is a term generally used for treatment or dealing with cancer. Now, cancer care, like I told you, starts with awareness, people involved in awareness, people involved in the medical oncology. This is where you get systemic drugs. You give some chemotherapy, they give you drugs to attack the fast dividing cells in the body. A cancer cell is a fast dividing cell. That is why when you see people with chemotherapy losing hair, now hair roots are fast dividing cells. They go bald right away. Now, what are the other fast dividing cells? Nail growing, the stomach, inside lining of the stomach, inside lining of the bladder, so they get blazing when they pee or they cannot tolerate, they start vomiting, right? All these are part because the cancers, systemic cancer drugs, these affect the fast growing cells. That is what we are targeting.
He disclosed these details relating to treatment and diagnosis.
Study for estrogen, progesterone and HER2. Once you get this report, you know how the chemotherapy, the different drugs which are given systemically will act on this, and we know how aggressive the tumor or the cancer is, right? Now, depending on the cancer, now how aggressive it is, your management could be only chemotherapy or only surgery, or the next thing is that they use a radioactive material to give you radiation to kill the fast dividing cell. So your task would be, if you know anybody, send them to the doctor, see that they get the lump done, see that they get the biopsy done, see that they see the report, what kind of report. Always take second opinion. I even tell my own patients, go to town, get a second opinion, because always one brain is better than the other.
President of the New Amsterdam Rotaract Club, Mr. Garfield Polydor, highlighted the club's theme for their month-long activities and disclosed some of the events they have planned.
Our theme for this evening and the launching of the month of activity for breast cancer awareness is honoring the fallen, supporting the survivors. And that's what we are here for tonight. We want to honor the fallen, and we will continue to embrace and support the survivors of cancer. As Doctor would have encouraged all of us, early detections means early cure. There are several challenges that we would like to put forward for the public. We also want to collaborate internationally. This challenge will be. We have, as regular, every weekend, starting from next weekend, cupcake sale. As you know, the funds raised, every cent of it is being donated to Guyana Cancer Institute. And so we want this year to make a tangible contribution better than the previous years.
Mr. Polydor then extended gratitude to everyone who made the event possible.
With that said, thank you each and everyone for making a special effort to coming out tonight to be part of this special occasion. I'd like to also thank Dr. Danish and his family for their support over the years and their contribution to the New Amsterdam Rotaract Club.
The attendees were also entertained with special items.
If you see these little pink ribbons on sale within the store, please take the time to buy one and save breast cancer no more. In love and memory of women gone and those that are suffering today, all the women of our future, may a cure be found, we pray.
The program concluded with the lighting of candles segment, where there was 1 minute of silence for persons who died of cancer. Reporting for Channel 8 News, I am Jalissa Hines.